I'm not Rainbow Brite's big gay Voltron. I look forward to watching your Dateline special, Uranus. Happy Saturday morning, everyone. I'm Daywalker. This might be the first episode. I might decide to air it later, but this might be the first episode of my Saturday morning cartoon edition where basically I react to old school, like nostalgic cartoons. Some of them better than others. Some of them really god-awful terrible. I've been trying to find Chuck Norris Karate Commandos. I think I might actually have to like buy that one on DVD or something. Ugh, physical media. A hard copy. Living like the Pilgrims did with their VHS tapes and their DVD players at Plymouth Rock. Their iPod shuffles. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically an old iPod that didn't have a screen. It was for working out. So you just uploaded your playlist and you couldn't pick the song. It was just up to God at that point. You just like hit play and go, Jesus, take the wheel. If you don't like rambling and tangents like this, then I would click away because that's pretty much my thing. This whole video will probably be an equal amount of chaos as these past couple seconds or minutes have been, depending on how I edit it. But yeah, today I'm going to be reacting to the first episode of Rainbow Brite. I'll be posting one of these every Saturday morning. Hopefully, unless y'all hate it. Then I'll probably still keep doing it. It's my channel. I can do what the fuck I want. Did they get trapped here? Like, are they not meant to be here and they got kidnapped, or is this like the neighborhood they live in? I think they're being a little dramatic, acting like it's so bad here, because this same neighborhood in LA would probably go for at least like $500,000 for that cave. Like, you wouldn't get a house. That house right there is probably at least like 1.5 mil. So what? Your neighborhood's a little rough. Monsters might swoop down from the sky and eat you. You might step on a hobo needle, but did you die? I guess you did if you got eaten by the monster, but the hobo needle you might live through. It's not a hobo needle, like a heroin needle, that's what I meant. Whatever, I'm not refilming it. It's an up-and-coming neighborhood. In Atlanta, we term those neighborhoods historic. So basically, that's how I'm going to refer to myself from now on. My knees make a grinding sound whenever I go downstairs, not because I have no cartilage left. No. They're historic. Suddenly the value of my knees like quadruples and a bunch of white people want to move in. Open a Tivana and an aerial yoga studio. Hey, I ain't mad at it. I've done aerial yoga. It's fun. I've also done white people. Well, I guess I have. They're fun too. Jesus. Yeah, this listing on Zillow in Los Angeles would read like scenic mountainside views, lively neighbors. Lots of great hiking trails. You'll be in shape in no time if you don't get it.
You still want to save this world, little witch?
Yes. It's even worse close up.
I'd add that to list of things I don't want to hear on a first date.
And the darkness will disappear.
Why are you trying to get rid of the darkness? What you got against dark things, The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Unless it's like a raspberry or a strawberry, I guess. Or basically any berry that's not a black berry. You probably don't want to actually be black, so maybe we should get a new saying for that. I mean, I guess I don't say it because I'm Rainbow Brite myself, or like a light bright, light skinned dude.
I'm looking for a sphere of light so I can make your world beautiful.
How like presumptuous. She's just assuming that everyone here doesn't like dig the Maleficent vibes going on. If you have that many eyes, how did you not see that coming?
Don't you want to have green leaves and beautiful birds in your branches?
Listen, okay? What if they're not able to have green leaves? What if they tried to have green leaves? What if nobody ever came along to help them make green leaves? So now they're just barren and they're old trees that are past their prime, and they're happy, they're happy living with their like 17 cats and taking their pottery class on the weekend. It's fine. Girl, you better look out in this hood. I wouldn't sit around here. What you doing? Little pretty white girl like you? Shit, I'm getting out of here. Stupid.
At least tell me where to start. Start running! They just keep coming. Where do they go? To the castle, where your spear of light is. Wish me luck.
Like, all right, you do you, boo. I look forward to watching your Dateline special. That was the last time anyone saw or heard from little Becky, who met her fate in the mean streets of Rainbow Land. Actually, I don't know where this is. I'm assuming it's gonna be Rainbow Land, because she's like trying to gentrify the neighborhood and make it all nice and palatable. And I'm in a gentrifying neighborhood, and I love it. Like, I didn't close down all those buildings. She's talking about like making it better and colorful and happy and like a nice place to live. You know, a safe place for families with good schools and jobs and public transportation and no coloreds. I mean, what? Well, I guess technically her job is to bring color to the world. So, all right. Becky's one of those who's like, I love black people. I want them in my neighborhood. I'm fine with them delivering my mail, emptying my trash. I don't really want them to have like a metro stop near my backyard. No reason. Well, I love them so much I lock my doors whenever they walk past the car. I just whoop, click. I think it's just because I'm so excited to see them. You know, I love diversity and inclusion. So that's why I just, really quickly, just spasm, lock. What's a NIMBY? I voted for Obama. So I have a tramp stamp of Kamala because I'm an ally. Word to your mama. Dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
The evil one. He makes the wind blow and snow and lightning. He makes mountains fall down on you. It's my...
This guy sounds dope. Like, if I had to have a friend, I'd want a friend who can throw a mountain at someone. I could live in this neighborhood, no problem, if I had a friend like that. Like, he could summon lightning, snow, thunder, throw mountains at people.
I'm Twink, and I'm making a big...
I'm sorry, what?
My name's Whis. I'm Twink, and I'm making...
Okay, so you got a show called Rainbow Brite where there's all sorts of rainbowy stuff. And then she's got a sidekick named Twink. Along the way, she's going to meet, like, Bear and Leather Daddy. And together they'll unite to make the friends of Dorothy. They, like, band together to make this, like, big gay Voltron. Its, like, special attack is that it, like, vogues at you and then does like a kick flip and then lands in a split like you see on Drag Race. It doesn't attack you, but it's just supposed to, like, wow you so that you're distracted. And then it puts a finger in your butt. What? Not that I have one, but I've heard prostates are fun. I think of all the things my parents are proud of, it's that their daughter's talking about prostate stimulation while watching cartoons on the internet.
You really need that spear of light this much?
She's like, yeah, it's been a while. I'm thirsty. Give me that spear of light. Why is everything sexual with me?
Twink, jump!
See that little hand gesture she did there?
Twink, jump!
Nope. I shouldn't have done that because now there's going to be like a clip of me doing that on the internet. I don't think I did it very well. I think I kind of did like a half-hearted handy there. So it's like not really sexy. It's just sad. Like an aged prostitute. Like she doesn't still have like the vim and vigor left. She's very much like, she knows that she's like a football player where her last couple years that she can compete in the big leagues, giving half-hearted handies behind the Wawa while smoking a cigarette. She's a child. I shouldn't be talking about handies. God damn it, Amanda. I don't really appreciate all your gay propaganda in my cartoons. When did the rainbow flag become the gay pride symbol? Because I feel like in the 80s, I don't think it was. And then in the 90s, we had like Lisa Frank. Like that was like a rainbow threw up all over your notebooks and stuff. But I love my gays. Like I don't know if you can see the rainbow light back there. That's actually my gay, it's like a hellmouth, but for gay people. So like basically it connects to like a rave and then they just like come in and out and like go as they please. Like my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard and they come out and they're just like, yes, let's go, Rainbow Brite. I can't Vogue, clearly. I'm not Rainbow Brite's big gay Voltron. I'm loving these sound effects. Like flatulent volcano. Okay, show off. How's he gonna do that? Bitch, you got longer arms than him. Like, did you think this through? You should have probably at least like shot put him across before jumping. That'd be great if he got incinerated in front of her eyes. Like, just to show her that this is all her fault, because she's an inconsiderate show-off. I went on a hike recently, and this girl was like, I was having a hard time. Like, I easily had like 100 pounds on her. You know, and she runs like, you know, up steps for fun on the weekends. I don't. In the Middle Ages, I would be like the stocky German housewife with like the wide set hips who like, you know, has like 10 kids, but is still like out in the field, just, you know, cutting weed or whatever. She's like 9 months pregnant. She gives birth and tosses the baby in her basket and keeps going. Like, I'm hardy stock. I have strength. I don't have endurance. She's like, oh, it's going to be an easy hike. Don't worry. It's like intermediate at best. Later, I learned it's like one of the most challenging hikes of the state. I'm sitting here panting. Like, I had to get my inhaler so that I'd die. And she's like looking back at me like, oh, my heart rate's not even up. And I'm like, well, it's about to be flatline if you give me a second. Once I catch up with you, I'm pushing you off this fucking mountain. Didn't say that. I wish I did. I always hate that when people say like, and then I said. I'm like, no, you fucking didn't. No, you fucking didn't, Katie. You said it in your head, but in real life, you just had that awkward smile on your face and you just kind of laughed because you're codependent and you care too much about what other people think about you, even if they're being an asshole to you. So she's just like... But then, like, when she tells the story on Instagram or TikTok, she's like, and I was like, girl, bye, and then pushed her off the mountain. Fuck you, Katie. By the way, Katie's not the name of the girl. Katie is the name of the hypothetical girl in the situation who pushed her off the mountain. I guess Katie would be like my alter ego that does the things I want to do. That's a lame-ass name for an alter ego. I feel like Miranda feels better. Miranda sounds like some, like, yuppie bitch from, like, you know, I guess I'm thinking of, like, Sex and the City. But Mirandas, I feel like, tend to always be a little bit crazy. You don't want somebody who is clearly crazy. Like, you don't want somebody who's got, like, a face tattoo. You don't want somebody who probably knows how to fight, like a Tashonda, or, like, somebody who's, like, grew up in the hood, like somebody who grew up in this neighborhood. That's the one that you gotta look out for. That's the one, like, they'll never see it coming. You get that sneak attack in there. That's who you want on your side. Like a sneaky, like, sleeper cell crazy bitch who only activates when you say certain words to her. Like, she's like, what did you say to me? And then she just, like, goes off the deep end. You want a Miranda, and you want at least one of whoever the villain is in the show who, you know, shoots lightning and, you know, moves mountains. I just feel like moving mountains at some point would be a useful skill to have in your friend group. It would have been helpful on my hike. I guess he could have moved me up the mountain. Whatever, stop talking. Don't be hugging her. She almost just let you die. Like, that whole situation was avoidable. Don't let her gaslight you into thinking that somehow she helped you in that situation. She did the bare minimum. She kept you from dying in a situation where she could have kept you from even being close to dying. Do better, Becky. Rainbow Becky. All right, that's your name now.
I'm right here. I wish I wasn't.
He wishes he was a bear. That's fair. Come to the gym and work out with me. I'll get you all swole. Like a German Hausfrau. Jawohl, we are going to be swole.
Your hand's cold. So yours. Come on, let's go.
They just, like, accidentally come across a dead guy. Now, this is the hood. This is realistic. This is like a documentary at this point. Except for the ice. No, I guess unless you're in, like, Detroit or something. I'm sure the bodies get some frost on them up there. I don't know why that was so funny to me. He's just like, I'm coming for you, bitch. Turn that ass into a popsicle. The lightning, it doesn't fry them. Probably because it's a kid's show. You probably don't want just, like, them getting hit by lightning and then just disintegrating into a pile of ash and fuzz. And, like, those little not tentacles. That's something else. That's for my After Dark stream. No, the feelers.
You don't have to come if you don't want to.
I felt a little passive-aggressive. Like, you don't have to come if you don't want to, but I mean, like, it's okay. We know I'm the real hero here. I'm Rainbow Becky. He's like, bitch, don't just assuming I'm a coward. Like, I live here. This is my hood. You better not piss me off. I know where the castle is. You don't. I guess the trail of like frozen bodies will probably be like a breadcrumb that leads her to the castle. So I guess she doesn't technically need him at this point.
Come on, Twink.
This might be pushing it too far, but come on, Twink. Sounds like a Pornhub title. Okay, stop it. Move on.
Emmy, I'm turning into ice! Like this! Twink, you can make it if you believe you can. Believe.
You don't know that. You don't fucking know that. Look at her head here. I feel like it grew like 5 sizes this day. Like, she doesn't know the biology of how this works. He might be slowly dying. His insides might be liquefying, and she's sitting here talking about, like, you just gotta believe in yourself. Anything's possible. Like, you're not the one whose ass is getting frozen here. Have some respect.
Twink, try and believe. You know what we need? A plan. We'll come back when we got a plan. Good idea, huh?
She's a horse girl. I was like sort of a horse girl. Like, I worked on a horse farm in college, and it was one of my favorite jobs because like I was just mucking the stalls, you know, driving the tractor, loading up the hay bales. Like, it felt very like, I don't know. I liked the manual labor aspect. It's in my DNA. And I liked being around horses. My grandfather had horses. I never really got into riding them because I was chicken shit. And I think like one time I got on a horse as a kid. But what if the horse like, you know, runs me under that tree branch over there? I don't know why that was. If there was only one tree in the paddock, and for some reason my brain just fixated on like, oh, this horse is gonna like run me under the tree. What I didn't know is horses are basically like evil psychic wizards. So like they can pick up on your energy, and they're very smart. Horses can heal you, and they can fuck with you. So I got on this horse. I was probably like maybe 8 years old or something. I get on the horse, and sure enough, he stops following the path that the lady was leading him down, and he starts heading towards the tree, and he goes right under the tree, and the tree branch, like, it was, you know, there was no way I was going to be able to fit under the tree branch, and it just knocked me off. It was like a very slow motion, like, car wreck or something. Like, it was probably avoidable, but I just was like, ah! People always say, like, oh, never trust a horse girl. No, horse girls are fine. To me, the ones I can't stand are the people who say dogs are better than humans, and they call their dog, like, their, you know, their little schnauzer, their fur baby. And they're like, I gave birth to him. No, we're not doing that. You can love your dog, but you did not. That thing did not come out of your cooch. Stop it. I swear I'll get back to the episode, but things keep popping into my head, and I feel like I need to share them. So my dad one time had one of his employees like email him being like, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to take a month off. My child died. And he's like, oh my God. Like, yes, take all the time you need. I'm so sorry. What happened? She's like, oh, he was like 12 years old, and he got, you know, canine, I don't know, some sort of, you know, hip dysplasia. I don't know, whatever some dog condition is. He's like, wait, what? And it turned out she was like, my child died. She meant her fucking dog. Like, look, I get it. When your dog dies, it's traumatic. They're a member of the family. No, your dog is not your child, Brenda. Shut the fuck up. Whereas all my plants and my 17 cats, on the other hand. JK, I don't have any pets. I'm not paying to feed something that doesn't, you know, pay rent. Bye. It has this whole like hair flowing in the breeze kind of entrance, and then he just falls to his death. That would be my kind of humor if I wrote this show. It would just be like, it would be like a little bright, cutesy little character, and then just dark, fucked up things would happen. Very like gallows humor. As a theater person, I think I've been a little bit fucked up when it comes to horses. Because for some reason, playwrights really like writing plays about humans fucking horses. Like, you have Equus. And there's this one play I did. I can't remember what it was called, though, but I just remember the horse's name was Q-Tip. And this guy, like, had to get permission from his wife to have an open relationship with a horse. Don't go to college, guys. This is what your tax dollars pay for. That was me trying to be a horse. I don't know if it was a horse or just, like, a really weird, like, saucy old woman with a caftan. I'm sitting here by myself, just like talking to a camera and shimmying and neighing like a horse. This is also what your tax dollars get you. I am a product of the public school system.
Hang on.
Everybody can talk in this show. Do all animals talk in this show? I mean, it's more convenient. It just seems highly unlikely.
You can talk.
It's a cartoon about like a magical rainbow girl, and I'm talking about like, oh, I'm talking horse. Highly unlikely. That wouldn't happen in real life. That kind of jumps the shark.
Talk? I'm Starlight, the most wonderful horse in the universe. Of course I can talk.
I love the ego on him. He's like, I know what I'm about, son. Like, I'm the most wonderful horse in the universe. Of course I can fucking talk. Like, he didn't say like, oh, I was a human and I became a horse, or like, oh, I was enchanted by whatever. He's just like, my explanation for why I can talk is because I'm wonderful. What's yours?
Oh boy, hi.
He's looking like a discount Snuffleupagus. Snuffleupagus? Snuffleupagus. Whatever, from Sesame Street. You know what I'm talking about. Like the made in China knockoff version.
Boy, I thought we'd never get out of there.
All in a day's work for the magnificent Starlight.
Where do we find this color belt?
Well, the legends say it's in the river.
That's not helpful. Like, it's not like a location. It's just a moving body of water.
The no return river?
Oh, that's what he said. He said the no return river. Who names these things? I mean, I guess they're accurate. I at least appreciate that. That's like one time I was in Savannah and I was going on a ghost tour because that's like my favorite thing to do when I go visit new cities. And I was driving there and you have to turn onto a road called Old Skidaway Road. And I almost crashed to my death on that road. It's not on a mountain. It's straight. But Google Maps was like, hey, keep going straight. And I had to slam on my brakes. It was like, keep going straight for 1 mile. And within 10 seconds, I had to slam on my brake because the road went like this. So I was like this, and a car like zoomed past. And I was like, what the hell? And like my GPS was leading me into the Bonaventure Cemetery. I have a picture of it. I'll post it on the thing. And my dashboard turned off. Fuck Savannah. That place is haunted as shit.
The evil one threw it in a long, long time ago. So the legends say.
We have to go and look for it. In the no return river? We have to try.
Twink is the only sensible one here. Like, he's like, hey, can we have a plan? Hey, can we we have to go into the no return river. You know what it's called, right? Oh, we have to go find this belt in a river. So already that's a moving target. And then he's like, oh, it happened like hundreds of years ago or like whatever. It was like a long, long time ago. So this belt was put in a river years ago. It's probably like in, I don't know, Asia right now. I mean, I don't know where they are. This isn't even on Earth. The equivalent of Asia on their planet. Cablasia. Caucasia. That's where she's from. So this is the black side of town. But it's the only place she can afford property because she also got a liberal arts degree. She studied like queer rocket science, queer mechanics. I don't know.
She'll never want to see colors again.
Colors are pretty. Save me.
He doesn't seem very bright, and he seems like more of a liability to have around. Like when you've got like potions and stuff that could, I don't know, eat your flesh off. I don't know if this would be the guy I would have be my number 2, you know?
Oh, goody. A trip. I love going on trips.
Me too. I'm not high right now, though. This is just how I always am. This is like some like shoebox Wile E. Coyote looking shit. This is clearly not gonna work.
Not yet.
This is like HR would have talked to this guy by now. This is not okay. It's just like gross negligence at work. Like the only way he could have gotten this job is like either if he's that guy's like life partner or something, or if he's somebody's nephew, like it's like nepotism, or he's a special needs diversity hire or something. I don't know.
Get that grunge buggy started. Come back here, snail brain.
Like, you've worked with this guy long enough to know how he operates, so you should not be asking him to do things. You should just have him, give him the busy work that doesn't actually affect anything. You're like, oh yeah, can you go and, I don't know, whatever, like, refill the blinker fluid? Help him feel important. Help him feel like he's a big boy, but, like, just do all the important shit yourself. This is on you. This is a you decision.
It's a good thing I'm so splendidly graceful.
I like this guy. He's got that Lizzo energy where he's like, I'm fabulous. I'm 100% that. I'm 100% that magical horse. I'm not calling Lizzo a horse. I don't know her. I like how that made it sound like she could be one. I just don't know her.
Magnificent. I don't know another horse who could have done that.
Okay, maybe now it's grating on me a little bit. Chill out.
It's the river. We found it.
Now let's get out of it.
Starlight, look. A bridge. If we can get up there, we'll be able to see everything in the whole river.
Good fucking luck.
We'll be able to look for the color bell.
The bridge. Now they're heading for the bridge.
I like that the car is evil too. Like it's on brand. You know, it's really important when you're trying to establish yourself as an evil arch villain, whatever thing. You really have to be consistent. You don't want to send mixed messages. You really have to. So I would give them probably like a 7 out of 10 on this display. I think the weird trash can / bucket sidecar is a little weird, a little janky. Doesn't scream professional villain to me, but the evil go-kart I think is a good start.
Get back to work. Hurry, they're coming.
Get off the bridge, dum-dum.
Something bit my toes.
He was just like, nope. Let's see that again. That's a mean right hook. All right, Twink, you got a little bear energy in you after all.
Maybe we better go back.
I was about to suggest that.
You're the most wonderful horse in the world, but you can't fly? Where'd all that confidence go? About you being graceful and wonderful and sexy and stuff. I'm not saying he's sexy. This is not a callback to Equus or anything. I'm not a horse girl, okay? Not anymore. Not after the last one broke my heart and my spine.
Can't. Starlight, Twink, it's my quest.
For this being like a show geared towards little girls in the 80s, there's actually like a surprising amount of action in this. I like this. I think I remember, I don't think I watched the show when I was a kid, but I think I remember having the movie. So I am a little bit, like some things are coming back to me a little bit, but yeah, this is like an epic adventure. And like the monsters are actually scary, except for like the two main ones. But like the monsters are actually like if I was a kid watching this, I'd probably shit my pants a little bit. This is implying that I'm beyond the age where you should be shitting your pants. I mean, not that there's an age where you should be shitting your pants, but there's just an age where it happens. Wait, I zoned out for a second. What happened?
Grab onto my mane!
I can't.
Yeah, these monsters are freaky as fuck. Like, as a kid, 7 out of 10 would shit my pants. I made it sound like a Yelp review. Everything was great. The naan was delicious. They had awesome samosas. The curry did light my ass on fire. 7 out of 10 would shit my pants. I'd come back.
You sent me here. You've got to help me.
Who's she talking to? Is she like God? Is Rainbow Brite actually like a well-veiled Christian propaganda? Is Jesus going to come and have her like gay friends repent and accept him into his heart? That sounded a little suggestive. Accept him into their heart. That makes more sense.
A baby.
For unto us a child is born in Bethlehem.
You're alive. Wait, I'm here.
Just what we need. A baby.
He's the kind of guy who's got like, if he was a human, he'd have like an ascot and a scarf, or an ascot and a cigarette, and just be like, just what we need, a baby. So that sounded like Jennifer Coolidge. A baby. No, I don't know what I'm sounding like. I should be better at this. I'm a voice actor, but I'm terrible with impressions.
She's all alone. We have to help her. Maybe there are monsters in there.
there are, at least they're dry. It won't be any drier back there. Babies.
I think maybe she's cold.
This guy has no chill. He's got no sympathy. Like, this baby was abandoned. Her mother just was like, I can't take care of you. I've already got 4 other kids. I'm so sorry. I hope the elements take you quickly and you don't suffer. You know, it was like a dumpster prom baby. And this guy, like, is just like, ugh, babies. He's reminding me a lot of, like, the Gen Z kids and, like, the younger millennials, too, who are just like, I don't need a baby. I have a plant. I have a ficus. I've got my fur babies. Human babies are disgusting. Bleh, I'm child free. Which, like, good for you, but I'm down with everybody being able to make their own decisions. He's got the vibes of, like, somebody who's, like, on the child free subreddit and is, like, militant about it and just likes to bitch about breeders and stuff. Have kids, don't have kids. It's not a personality trait. Find something else.
Stop it. Get some help.
Look, we can build a fire. You'll be warm in a minute. Sure doesn't look like much, does it? It must have been really beautiful once.
That was a little, like, backhanded compliment. Could you imagine saying that to, like, a person? Like, oh, you must have been really beautiful once. Like, what's wrong with it now? It's not, like, rusty or whatever. Ungrateful bitch. Like, they're just whining. They're like, oh, where's the river? I want the river. Oh, now there's too much river. I don't like it. Where's the belt? We need the belt. This isn't cute. Like, are they just going to get bored of the baby next and be like, actually, I don't want this anymore. And just leave it in the cave to wither and die so r/child free can celebrate? Again, if you don't want kids, don't have kids. But I'm just saying, it must be really hard to be that cool.
Not very special. It is the color belt. We found it. And you said, who needs a baby? If it weren't for her, we never would have come in here.
He really is one of them. Who needs a baby? I like being able to sleep in and travel. You can sleep in with kids if you believe hard enough and you're okay with losing a couple of them. It's okay if, like, while you're asleep, they assemble their own little, like, cage match and demolish each other. Back in the old days, you just had kids to work in the field, to be, like, free labor for you. You basically birthed your own labor force. And they had, like, 10 kids because they were like, well, we're not going to get to adulthood with all of you. Survival of the fittest, man. May the odds be ever in your favor. I hope the croup doesn't get you.
Now we'll find that spear of light. And then we'll make this whole land bright and beautiful.
Oh, okay. So basically the belt is what's going to make the land beautiful. Did it already do it? I guess it already is working its magic. So the belt was there the whole time. It just needed to be worn. And was it worn by the right person or worn particularly like could anybody wear it and it just needed to be activated? Or is she like a special messiah type figure? If she dies on like the rainbow cross for your gay sins, like what would a gay sin be? Like not liking cheesy B horror movies? Or like if Simba wasn't your sexual awakening? Either like Simba or like Sailor Uranus, depending on like which way you swing. We say Sailor Uranus to avoid saying Uranus. Oh, Mona Marshall. You got all these Japanese names. Does that kind of technically make this an anime? I mean, I know it wasn't originally in Japanese, but I always wonder like what the criteria actually is. Does it have to be in Japanese first, or is it just if a show is animated in Japan? Just saying. Also, nowadays, a lot of anime isn't even animated in Japan. Like, they'll do like the main like artwork, but then they send the bulk of it to Korea. So technically, even anime isn't necessarily anime by that standard. It's all K animation. And by that standard, then you have like Batman the Animated Series would technically be an anime. The Last Airbender, whatever. I'm rambling. There we go. Sound editors, anime sound. All right, I mean that's one more strike in favor of it being an anime. Rainbow Brite this. Wait, that was made by Hallmark Cards, Inc.? Is Rainbow Brite literally a product of Hallmark Cards? God, the 80s feels like just one big commercial. Like they just always were trying to sell you something. Like they had, Rainbow Brite. They had all these, like G.I. Joe. They had the California Raisins. Like everybody got their own show. If you were a toy or even, I guess, a raisin. Like, you were just a product in the 80s. You probably got your own animated series back then. But now we get to hang out here and do this on Saturday mornings. All right, well, that was episode 1 of Rainbow Brite. I actually really liked that. Oh, it says part 1. So it's a 2-parter. So maybe I'll do the second part. I was kind of planning on each week just being a completely random different episode from different series to kind of change it up, but who knows. If you guys want to see like a continuation of series, or if there's certain episodes in certain shows you want to see, like, leave it in the comments. I can always use inspiration, like, because I'm making all these lists of like old obscure cartoons, weird cartoons, forgotten cartoons, bad cartoons, and then just 80s, 90s, whatever cartoons. Like, this one doesn't qualify as any of those because it's not bad. It's actually a cute little show. It was well written, and it actually had some stakes. Like, there was some drama, there was some action, you got a horse, you got twinks. It's everything you could ask for. Like, I like the characters. It was cute. And I might watch more of it. That's it for this edition of Saturday Morning Cartoons. I've been Daywalker. I mean, I'm still Daywalker, I guess. I need to work on my outros and intros. I'm shaking the camera, shaking my whole desk. Check out my sketches and my live streams. I'm trying to do a bunch of different content, so throwing spaghetti at the wall, seeing what sticks. So if you like this video, please subscribe, leave a comment. If you didn't, then go fuck yourself. Okay, bye.